If time really equaled money, then every broke person will be rich right now. Don't scroll. I know this is a long one, but you need to listen to the end. Your relationship with money is a direct correlation of how your caregivers raised you. I am the product of a single mom who had to work hard for everything that she had, including making sure we had food on the table, clothes on our back, and had nice things as we were growing up, and frequently had to reach out to others to help make sure that we had what we needed. Thank God for extended family. However, because I repeated that cycle, I'm also a single mom who at this point no longer needs help from others to raise my children. But when I first started, that was actually what I was dealing with. I decided that I was going to be a cycle breaker. I decided that I was no longer going to be somebody who needed others to reach financial stability. And so what did I do? I went to school to teach myself that level of financial stability. I got an accounting degree and I learned how businesses budget their money. But in that process, I learned that a budget isn't going to make you wealthy, isn't going to make you stable. It's just going to tell you where your money's going, coming and going from. Which made me question, well, then how do rich people get rich? And how do they not struggle? And what I realized blew my mind. What I found out is that we were taught wrong. We were taught that time equals money. And the truth is, it doesn't. Because if time equaled money, what that would state is that it would be an equal exchange of I give you X amount of time and you give me X amount of money, and everybody would be the same, right? So that time, it's not equal. And I think most people instinctually know this because they know that if I said, I'm going to write a check for you today for $1 million, right now, first person that gets here, here's your $1 million check. But as soon as you get it, you have to kill yourself. You would know that you weren't going to take that offer, right? And on the flip side, on the reverse, you have $1 million in the bank and you got deathly ill, deathly sick. And the only way that you would survive is if you had to give that $1 million for an experimental surgery that you know with 100% certainty is going to work. You would gladly trade that $1 million in the bank for your life. And if you wouldn't, we got a different problem. But the takeaway here is I could not budget a life of stability, a life of poverty, and a mindset that was broken. But what I could do is I could figure out how to make my money work for me. And I want to teach other people that same skill, of not having to work harder and still looking at their bank account at the end of the day or the end of the week and being like, well, what did I just trade all this time for? So if you are the type of woman who wants to be able to understand what her true value is, understand how to utilize money for its actual purpose, then you need to follow me. And if you're really ready to change that today, you need to join my 30-day challenge. It is an emergency fund challenge. It is built to help you understand the true purpose of money, help you to build yourself out of the hole of a paycheck to paycheck life cycle or lifestyle, and really begin to embrace that your time is valuable and you deserve to live a good life. If that's you, links in my bio. And sis, I love you. And always remember, you are worthy, period.